Hi, my name's Brian Masters. This is Totally Random Talk, totally random all the time. One episode might be your typical talk show. We interview somebody about a movie, maybe play a board game, maybe play a card game, have some fun. And then the next episode, we might talk about a real world news subject. It's a totally random talk. I'm your host, Brian Masters, and I'm not a stand-up comedian. I've got terrible posture. I've got scoliosis. Bing. What do you call it? The other day, I had a Red Bull and a Monster, and my friend looked at me and he's like, "Why do you have a Red Bull and a Monster?" And I was like, "Oh, in case the Monster ever gets lonely, he's got a bull to keep him company." He looked at me and he was like, "That's what you're full of, bull." And I was like, No, I'm not full of bull. I always tell it like it is, but my fridge is full of baloney. Bing. We've got a great show for you today. The creators of Just Say Goodbye, a drama indie movie on Amazon Prime, are here. Watch it. Here's the trailer.
The first time I spoke to Jesse Peterson was in the 2nd grade. It was Parent Career Week. When Parent Week was over, I noticed everyone had at least one parent come to speak, except for Jesse Peterson.
Mom?
I asked him why neither of his parents came. You know, the little shit ignored me at first, but I pressed for an answer. It's just what I do. And when he finally gave in, he said, "Because my dad can't walk real good and my mom is dead." That was the first of hundreds of conversations between us. And most came easy, some a little harder, and one would change my life forever.
Sorry, Peterson. I didn't see you there.
I drink because every day I see her face, I'm reminded of her.
The only mistake you're making is leaving without saying yes to my offer.
I'm actually sorry that I said anything. It's like I said before. There are some things even friends shouldn't know.
I mean, Jesse needs you. He plans on killing himself.
We're back with Matt Walting and Layla O'Shea. We just watched the trailer for Just Say Goodbye. First of all, great film. I don't want to give any spoilers away and stuff like that. It's a drama. It's about friendship. It's about family. How long did it take from it just being a thought in your head to the actual conception?
Just briefly, I wrote the script in like 2010. It became a finalist script in the Filmmakers International Screenwriting Competition. And I was hoping to get it produced. But I started, I have a day job, so that kind of took a back burner. And then Matt read the script. He's friends with my daughter, and he said that one day he was going to make the film. So a couple years later, we met for coffee.
Yeah, I first read it when I was in like 8th grade. Her daughter sent me like a link to it, and I fell in love with the script like right away. I thought it was one of the most amazing pieces of material I've ever read in my life.
Thanks,
and I was like only just starting to get into filmmaking at the time, so I obviously had no means of doing it then, but I spent a couple of years kind of just developing my craft and stuff, getting better. And sophomore year of high school, I asked Layla if she'd want to adapt it into a short film that I could make. And then we tried to work on that, and we really couldn't, really couldn't adapt it. So
yeah, we just felt like we would really be kind of ripping the heart out of the story if we didn't. It's a slow burn, character-driven drama, and we really wanted to, let the characters have time to come out and grow. So
yeah, so we eventually settled on making it a feature film, and I asked her if she would want to help produce it with me because I could never do that myself, and she said yeah. And
I read the Screenwriter's Bible, and I did the outline like it said. I followed, the act structure and the plot points and everything. And in this particular case, yes, I did do an outline. Since then, I've written several other scripts. I'm more comfortable with myself as a writer now, so I don't go by outlines as much as I used to.
Okay.
But yeah.
Do you follow the hero's journey, or do you try to kind of not go to that aspect?
It depends on the story. It really depends on what story I'm trying to tell. Sometimes I think we all do sort of follow the hero's story to some extent, but not always. Yeah, I don't want it to seem just like, you know, any other story. You know, I think you'll probably notice from Just Say Goodbye, you know, that it definitely follows more of a traditional, you know, 3-act structure. She's like, oh my gosh, she goes, this sounds like a story. You know, Jeff Simons was our director of photography. She goes, let me talk to him about it, because, you know, we made this movie for like hardly any money at all, and
It doesn't show. Like it's a legit, like, yeah, I've been around the indie circuit,
Yeah.
and this legit
Well,
looks
thank you.
like it had a decent sized budget.
yeah,
thank you.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
that was the point. I think you know, by getting Jeff on board,
Yeah.
being able to have 2 people, you know, with camera skills, really upped the game, I think, of the production. Even though, you know, it was made, you know, for a micro budget.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna ask, and my jaw will probably drop when I say this, because usually a lot of indie time crunch. How many days did you shoot this in?
16.
Jeez.
Yep.
Wow.
It's only 16 days, weekends only in May and June.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now how long? I gotta ask this. How long did you need to recover after, like, because you still had your regular probably 9 to 5 or your 9 to 5
I had
school
my,
schedule.
I had my,
He
yeah.
was in high school.
I had my high school and my homework, and she had her day job, and so
But-
did all the cast members.
Yeah.
What did you do? What did you do to recoup? Take a few days off, or just like sleep for 48 hours straight? Like, what was the process like of recuperating after all
I don't
that?
think I did.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I
Oh.
really don't think
To
I
be
did.
young
back
again.
to
Yeah, I'm happy I did it when I did, because I could just push my body to the limits and not have any like drastic effects like you would as I'm starting to when I'm getting older. So
Getting older. How old are you? Like,
19.
you're older, like-
I'm 19, but I've noticed I can't do. I probably wouldn't have been able to do it again. Like I
yeah.
don't know what it was about doing it back then, but it's
I think it was because we knew there were a lot of people counting on us.
Yeah.
You know, we'd hired these actors, and we knew that we were under a certain deadline, and, you know, so we just made it happen, regardless of a full-time school schedule, full-time work. Yeah, it was 2 months straight of literally not one day off that we worked, and no, it was exhausting, but I think we were pretty proud of what we came up with.
What inspired you to get into filmmaking and writing?
Mine was acting. I got into filmmaking through acting because when I first moved to Massachusetts, I did classes at this conservatory, and early on, a college production, Emerson College actually, came to the studio that I was doing classes at, and they were looking to audition for young boys for a film that they were making, and I did it, and I got the role. And that was my first experience with filmmaking at like 10 years old.
Oh, wow.
And I fell in love with sort of the process around it, and I started drifting away from acting and into the production aspect of it.
I started writing short stories probably in my late 20s. And then, you know, then I started tackling the novel. I had written like a young adult novel, more of a middle grade novel that, you know, I didn't really do anything with. It was more of an exercise in creativity. But yeah, I've just always had a very vivid imagination. I'll see somebody on the street, or, you know, somebody will be, you know, flying by me on the highway, and a certain song will be on, and all of a sudden, you know, I'll be like, you know, what's driving that person to, you know, go 95 miles an hour? And it literally, my brain would start working like, what would make this person like feel like they have to speed or whatever. And I actually have thought of like another script for that just based on that happening. So
Wow.
yeah, I think it's purely an overactive imagination how I got into.
Now, if you could direct any type of movie, any budget, it can be something that's already been made, you could be remaking it, it could be something new, it could be a sequel to something. What would you like to do, and what twist or spin would you like to put on it?
Ooh. I'm either a very drama-ridden person or a very science fiction-ridden person. So I'm gonna have to go with, oh geez. Never really put a lot of thought in this. I can certainly tell you a lot of things that I would love to have been a part of and wish that I could make something as great as, but.
Oh, name like your top 3 then.
Okay, top 3. I would have to say Interstellar is definitely one of my top 3. I don't know why, but I am just fascinated by that film and I love it. I'm a huge Nolan fan, actually.
Nolan, my favorite thing about Nolan is The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises. The beginning scenes are like short films. The bank robbery in The Dark Knight and then the plane getting taken apart are like masterpieces of short films. If I was Disney, I wouldn't ask him to direct a whole Star Wars movie. I'd be like, do one of your short film opening pieces for one of one of our Star Wars films. That's all we need. We don't need to do for a whole film, but just do one of those masterpieces.
Yeah, I just love the way Nolan crafts his pacing and like the way he can stretch out a story. Like the way he did Dunkirk just absolutely blew my mind because it was very different. And
book you've ever read that you'd like to turn into like a screenplay or something?
I'm actually going to be adapting a book pretty soon.
Oh, cool.
There's a contract is actually in the works.
Oh, wow.
Can't
I
talk
didn't
about
even
it
know
yet,
that.
but no, I'm kind of excited about that. But there's actually a children's book that I would love to adapt called The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane. And it is just this fantastic story that doesn't talk down to kids. I mean, it deals with death and just heartbreak and love lost, right? All those things that we all have to deal with as we grow. And that is a book I would love to adapt, and I highly recommend people read it, whether you're an adult or a teenager. It's got a lot of great life lessons.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Amazon Prime right now. Go watch it. Just say goodbye. Great film, great cast, great filmmakers. I can't wait to see what both of you do next.
Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Brian.
And we're back with segment 3. We are playing Uno Momento. And loser has to eat hot chips. This is going to be hilarious. I'm here with Sam Deans, Beatrice, Hallmark
Hey.
Lovely. And I'm Brian again. And oh my God, is this going to be hilarious. Okay. All right. And we're also going to be talking about Stranger Things Season 3. Warning, warning.
Spoiler.
Spoiler.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler. We are going to be rotten more than eggs on a house on Halloween Day. All right.
2 characters die in this season. That didn't rhyme. I tried.
Hey, we don't know about one, but we'll get into that. Right. Yeah. We didn't see the body.
Right.
All right. The reveal.
But you know what? They were both my favorite characters.
Aw.
So I was just like, oh, you take one away. I knew that was gonna come, but like the second one was just like,
Yeah.
So are we talking? We're talking about. I'm probably butchering his name wrong. Was it Dr. Alexei the Russian? Was that one of the ones?
oh, I liked him too. They just
Yeah.
killed off all
now
my
you're
favorites.
talking about.
Oh
three
yeah,
first.
Alexei. Yeah. he-
4. They killed 3.
Smirnoff, aka Smirnoff.
Yeah.
And you know what?
He
They killed.
turned out to be, a nice guy.
Yeah.
Kind of.
And they killed one of my favorite
Poor
characters
guy.
last season too. They killed
Well, they
Doug.
better talk to you before they kill him
I
off,
thought it was
huh?
Bob.
Bob. Right.
Bob, played by Sean Ashton from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I was thinking
Damn.
about him from like a.
Rudy.
Well, that was
Rudy, maybe.
probably for the sake of the actor. He probably
Goonies.
can only do one season, and that was that,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So.
But I still find it shocking. He actually had to audition. And how many cards does everybody have so we have the same amount?
1,
5.
2, 3, 4, 5.
5. Okay, I'm gonna put that. All right. All right.
You
so,
gave yourself an extra card.
Oh,
Oh
so
dear.
Sam, you'll go first since you're to my right. I think that's usually how it goes.
boom. Take
right.
it.
So what did you guys think? I'll go down the line. What did you guys think about episode 1, like the start of the season? We were getting reacquainted with the whole cast.
Well, I was getting reacquainted with the cast, period.
She jumped the shark. She started watching on season 3, and then she's going to
Oh,
go
dear.
back
Oh, dear.
back to it. Which
Yeah.
it's
I'm gonna go back to the future.
Yes. Now, Steve Harrington from the show. You started watching it season 3. His story arc,
Oh, yeah.
like if you go back a ways, is totally
Yeah.
different. He was the jock, and now he's like the fun-loving guy.
Right.
Now, My opinion, and I really think this.
Uno.
Oh crap. I think in season 4, the ending, he's gonna he's gonna sacrifice himself for one of the kids.
We're down.
What do you
Really?
think?
Well, there's only one he'll sacrifice.
No, he'll
Dustin.
Dust.
Dustin. He'll
You-
have
you-
to
oh, you-
sacrifice.
you
'Cause
think
he
it will
has
be
the
that-
bond with him.
Yeah. But I think
Are
he
we
cares
allowed to-
about all the
Maybe
kids.
not.
Huh?
Are we allowed to put one down if we can?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
picked it up.
Yeah,
so-
that's fine.
All right.
Keep the game going
There
fast.
you go. Oh no.
Oh crap! I didn't say Uno. I have to pick up cards, right?
Oh dear.
Yeah. What is it, 4?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
You're not winning.
Oh really? Okay.
Wait,
Oh,
you skip
right.
you.
No, no.
Oh yeah.
Reverse, it's your turn.
Oh okay. And I still have to.
If we really get stuck.
Ooh.
Oh, it's you.
No, I
It
reversed.
reversed. Turn reversed. I'm sorry.
Now,
No, I'm really not sorry.
now I'm probably butchering again. I always gonna be saying that. Finn Wolfhard, he plays Mike on it, right?
Yes. Yes.
He's gonna be doing the new Ghostbusters movie as.
What?
Yeah.
This is new Ghostbusters?
Oh yeah, they're filming it in Canada right now, and they're actually gonna use kids and adults. But Venkman, the one who passed away, Harold Ramis, I think it's going to be based on his grandkids, and is like his daughter like raising the grandkids, and he's going to play one of them.
Oh,
but
wow.
but what do you call it? What do you think Stranger Things is going to be the biggest thing for all those kids, or do you think they'll all succeed as like adult actors in a few years?
Well, statistically looking at it, kids who are famous as kids technically usually don't become famous as adults. I mean, look at McKillicoy, whatever the kid from Home Alone's name
Oh
is.
yeah, Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, I mean,
I think a few of them will probably. Definitely 11.
Oh, Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah, she's gonna move on, and
But I thought the same about Dakota Fanning back in the day, and she's kind of faded out.
you know what she's in?
What?
She's in the new Quentin Tarantino movie, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wow.
I think I remember seeing her name in the credits.
oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, is it
I think it's Sam's, if he can go.
same turn?
Draw 2.
Okay. Still gonna win, you know that, right? Just heads up, you know.
Now
Down to
let's
2.
talk about what we think about the character of Robin turning out to be gay. What did we think about that? I didn't see that
I
coming.
loved that.
I did not see it coming.
I did not see that coming either, but I loved it.
I loved the twist, but I don't know. It just didn't seem like it was
I hope they
building.
make something of it, though.
Oh, they definitely will.
Yeah.
There's no chance that they won't.
Nothing wrong with her being lesbian or gay or however you want to say it, but I was just a little upset for Steve.
Yes,
they
yes,
holded
exactly.
hands, and they holded hands before she announced it, and you were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, Steve's finally gonna get a girlfriend. He deserves
Exactly.
it. He's been so."
Well, I mean, I'm that way too, and let's face it, I'm straight as a die or whatever they
Yeah.
call it. But
if they didn't hold hands, I would have been fine with her announcing that she was gay.
Well, the thing was, she was just, you could tell, I don't know, it just was weird. I thought she was so into him the entire time, and so that just seemed really uncharacteristic of what had been building up to it, you know?
Who's that famous actor? And I can't think of his name. Something Hawke.
Ethan Hawke.
That's his daughter. The actress that plays Robin.
oh really?
Yeah. So who goes after me? Uno. Ah, phew, if I remembered for the first time. Turn is it?
Yours, I believe.
Oh, I win.
No, you don't.
I believe we skipped over me, right? Because he.
Was it my turn or?
Yeah, it was your turn,
Yeah.
and then you reversed the order. So.
But I'm done. I'm done, and I said Uno. So
Okay.
dun dun dun, and we'll do one more round.
So wait a minute. The loser. That means-
Losers. Well,
So that,
Okay.
so that means 2? We both have to?
oh yeah, yeah. I now.
Can I reverse it on you?
No. Now, if one really does get you,
4.
if one really does get you, you don't have to eat 2. But if you think you can stand the heat, you have to eat 2. Also, go to them on the camera.
Let's push ourselves. Why don't we?
Oh my God, no, dude, you're really gonna pay for
Let's
it.
push ourselves.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
One.
I should have added hot sauce to it, but I really didn't want to torture you. Takes a minute to kick in.
These are good.
Oh.
I'm trying to cut down on carbs, otherwise I'd hold the whole bag.
Oh, wow. You got better stomachs than me. I'm just an oldie. All right.
No, not bad. No.
Oh, don't say you're trying to turn British on me.
Where's my second cup?
I do have the hot sauce. Should I, the second round, I bring out the hot sauce for him?
No, it's
Yeah, it's like, yeah. Sam's expression was pretty funny. All right, we'll do one more round.
There you go.
And win or lose, next round I will have a chip too.
Why do they make those? Like,
Oh, it's novelty. They're a limited time thing. They're not going to be around.
Those are good.
maybe with the ranch. The ranch.
So the brother Billy,
Little spicy.
the villain.
No, he's a victim. He was the bad guy in the second season.
Is he really with how?
What about the beach scenes?
Yeah, that's one small. Okay, so
I think he's like a.
Billy died. I was so upset
Yeah,
for
exactly.
what's her name?
What?
What's her name?
Sadie.
Yeah,
I think that's the.
Red-haired
but
chick.
what is that her actress name or is that?
Just a heads up, I got 4 cards of the same color.
To take them, put them back in. We'll never finish the second game.
Me too.
Oh my. Thank you, Sam, for your shuffling. I'm
I'm
gonna
terrible.
blame you. I'm totally gonna blame you. I'm so totally gonna blame you.
But what do we think about Winona Ryder's character and that whole family moving away? I thought that
So
was.
I think they're gonna really, because of budget and money and all of them having time, more film work. David Hopper played Hellboy. He was in that makeup.
Was that him?
That was him. And he's also rumored to be Thing in the Fantastic Four reboot.
Really?
Yeah, and also just budget-wise, I think they're gonna really cap it at season 4. But I feel like this is taking it to scary. I don't think it will happen because this is a different type of show than Walking Dead. You can binge watch it, but they're going in different story directions, like Walking Dead. And Walking Dead's been suffering because they do all these multi-stories.
Yeah.
But because you can stream it all in one day, I don't think it will feel like a ton of separate stories. It will all be intertwined. But I think they're doing it budget-wise and schedule-wise for a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
All right, this is going to be did everybody get some different cards?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Sam, you can go first
All
again.
right. Well, why was 7 afraid of 6?
Because 8. I forget the punchline. That's so.
Oh man, that spicy thing got up to me. It like messed up my brain now.
Because 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, that was. But no. Somebody was like, there wasn't enough episodes this season, and I was like, every season should have 11 episodes. What color?
We are gonna make it red. Because I like red.
Let's make it blue.
But yeah, I don't know. I think Billy was a bad guy because no matter what, he was always.
He had darkness in his soul, but that was because the badness that he experienced in his childhood.
Gee,
in
you're
a
really
way.
suffering, huh?
Yeah.
He ate like
a way.
a quarter of a bag. Like, if you lose this round, I'll sacrifice myself and I'll eat your chips for. Oh, jeez, I haven't taken a sip of my water. You can have my water.
In a way, we could all be seen as villains. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased.
Oh, what's that
Everyone
Dark
has a
Knight
dark side.
scene? You either die a good guy or live long enough to become the villain.
I think that's what happened in the Tom and Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. I think
No,
what
that's
Green
Dark
Goblin
Knight.
said.
The Two-Face. I think that was. But what do you?
Yeah, Green Goblin also says that to Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
In the first Spider-Man. Go watch it, guys.
So I'm gonna pick blue. Uno.
Oh, blue again?
Blue?
Yep.
Wait, it was blue.
Oh, red then.
Who knows?
What color?
I'm out. I said Uno, remember? We can play one more game, but this time nobody has to eat a chip.
I'll do it.
No, don't. We're not gonna kill you, Sam, but I will eat one chip to show
I'm
solidarity.
gonna do it for the clout. I'm gonna do it for the clout. All right, I'll just do 2 this time.
Oh my God.
I'll do 2
I'm a lightweight.
for the clout.
But, so what would you like to see in, like, so all the characters coming together, what did you think about this? This was like the writers being self-aware. I liked the scene, but it was cheesy. What did you feel about the never-ending story scene? The writers were self-aware. They were like basically talking to the camera.
Oh yeah.
But
I love that.
but also that actress who played Susie, 2 days worth of work, probably to do that scene, and she's like famous. Like it might have been 6 auditions, and it might have been auditions in New York, LA, because TV shows and stuff like this. Chip's hitting me.
I've watched the hour-long video of them singing Neverending Story a bunch of times. There are millions of views on that video. It was perfect. It made me, I love the song now. I mean, I knew the song before, but now
Yeah.
it's like, they sing it so perfectly. It suddenly became a musical. I loved it. It was a perfect time.
Yeah, yeah,
It was the most intense moment, and then it's
Yeah, because
like,
it's just been basically like a pop song before, and now it became a story. You know?
look at what you see in her face.
The theater of your
Dream. And then I forget the next.
Oh yeah, me too.
Oh, my turn.
Yep.
Okay.
So what do you? What's your opinion for next season? Or if you'd like a new villain, or what would you like to find out?
Well, I loved the Mind Flyer in season 2, but I don't exactly. I think they were trying to bring it into the real world in this past season.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. I thought this season was really gruesome with all that stuff. Like it was over the top, you know. But last season I loved it because of the mysteriousness, like Slender Man. Can I borrow your water?
Yeah. Sure.
He finally booked it.
But I loved the
blame
Mind Flyer from the last season because it was so mysterious. It made me think of The Mist, the movie The Mist with Stephen King.
yeah.
I loved that, like the part where they're in the car towards the end and they see that giant monster above.
You know what I'd love to see in season 4? I don't know about villains and stuff like that, but I think David Harper's alive. When they have that after credit scene, spoiler, at the end of season 3. You want to try to play a card?
Right.
At the end of season 3, they
Actually,
have they have the Americans in there.
Oh,
That's probably David Harper.
I thought that was really
Hold
stupid.
on.
Oh, I thought did he reverse it back? Oh,
I
yeah.
thought that was
Oh no, he didn't reverse it back.
ending.
Okay, so I grabbed 2, and it's your turn.
Absolutely stupid ending.
Yeah, but what do
my
you
turn.
call?
4. It's yellow now.
Hold on, I didn't go yet.
Yeah, it's.
Oh.
Yeah, the chips are killing you, aren't they?
All right.
But what do you call it?
I forget what this card is.
You can
when it's
change it
blank,
to any
but-
color.
Cool, cool.
And I also think
Then I will
this
make
card
it-
right here is if we had like
Green.
a Sharpie marker, we'd actually put some like funny dares on it.
I have a pen.
Aw.
They huh?
I have a pen.
No, we're good.
You'd need a
we're
Sharpie.
good. We don't have enough time. But I'd also love to see. Is it my turn?
It's his turn.
Oh, okay.
Right? Isn't it?
Turn now.
Yeah.
I draw 4 and it's yellow now.
Okay. But what do you call it? Season 4, I'd love it to end with like an after credit scene. I'd love in like 10 years for them to do like, what do you call it? Reverse back to Sam. I'd love to see them do a 10-year high school reunion, but they need to lock down those
I
actors.
said it was yellow.
Oh. But didn't I put the draw 4 down?
Oh, no, I did.
No, he put the draw 4 down, and then he said change to yellow.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
boy, you suck. You can't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yellow.
Can we
Alright,
say
dang.
that?
So I'll edit it out.
Hold on, I still haven't gone yet.
But what would you guys like to see in season 4?
Uno, by the way.
Oh,
Uno. Let me say something.
yes.
I absolutely loved 11 and
Oh, the whole
Like,
cast was
relationship. I actually really liked that. Like,
Yeah.
seeing like
She's
tweetings
learning
like
stuff about herself.
being romantic is sort of like cringy, especially with all the stuff that's happening in the news with like that dude in the courts. Anyways, I thought that was really great.
The reaction shots of 11, she's really good in this. When she turns away and
I love her having hair. She looks amazing with hair.
All the fun must come to an end. We are about to wrap. I want to thank Sam Deans, Sweaty Sam Deans from now on, and Beatrice Lovely Hallmark for
Thank
joining
you.
us. Thank you very much.
Una,